Hello everyone, the MacTag here, and welcome to a update video for Transformers Rise of a Prime that I really don't want to make because this is pretty much bad news for a cast member for this project, and that is the voice actor of Decepticon Barricade, Andresandrades. He also voices other characters in Transformers Faces of Darkness, my remake of Transformers 5. My version of what Transformers The Last Night should have been, which was Transformers Faces of Darkness. And the big news of this video, as you see in the title, yes, Andresandrades will no longer be the voice of Decepticon Barricade, or he'll no longer be the roles in Faces of Darkness after the recent investigating that I've been doing on the Discord server for Transformers Rise of Unicron on Discord. Now, you want to know what is Transformers Rise of Unicron? Well, Transformers Rise of Unicron is the live-action, fan-made sequel to Transformers The Last Night that will be coming out in 2023, I think. As of right now, the crew are filming this fan film right now, and every Transformers fan around the world are banding together to make the perfect ending to the Bayverse saga, which was left as a cliffhanger at the end of Transformers The Last Night because of the box office failure that The Last Night suffered. Because, yeah, the movie was very problematic, and it was horribly written, I hate to say. That's just my honest standpoint, but I'll go ahead and explain why. I'm talking about why. So, I recently found out that the voice actor of Decepticon Barricade was doing his own Transformers project, titled Transformers: The Unicronus War. Now, I thought I've seen something about this once before on the Rise of Unicron Discord server about do not let King Andresandrades or Universe Production or do not let anyone else leak the script or do not let anyone steal the stories from the script. Which I've seen that, but I completely ignored it because I didn't believe that Andresandrades would really steal the story. But now I'm wrong because I didn't defend and I didn't say he wouldn't steal the story, because I'm not going to start an argument on the group chat. And then again, the whole cast and crew of Rise of Unicron, they're doing everything they can to make this perfect, and their chat is all about keeping things very calm. But yesterday, I asked a question on that Discord server. I screenshotted one of the story posts that Andresandrades made about the Unicronus War. He was asked the question about what is the Unicronus War. In this image here, you can see the description of what the story is, and you can kind of see what the story is. Now, I will warn you, this is just a fair warning, if you don't want Transformers Rise of Unicron to be spoiled to you, I would get off this video right now, and I'd wait till the project releases. Like, I don't know the whole story of Rise of Unicron. I don't know what the new script and the new story is so far, but then again, this script, the script that they had that was taken was an old script for the project. So, but then again, if the idea of going back to Cybertron is going to be used in the Rise of Unicron, then it's best that you don't watch this video for spoiler warning reasons. But if you're still here, I warned you about the spoiler. So, as you see, the story shows talking about going back to Cybertron, but then it also talks about Unicron, the horns on the Earth, the thing that the last night basically led to. One thing I found out, reading that story, it looked very similar to what I think the story would be in Rise of Unicron. So I started to ask questions about, is this story stolen? Which I started to get some comments kind of blaming Universe Productions, which, yeah, Universe Productions was the original script writer of Rise of Unicron. He was kicked off of the Discord server for Rise of Unicron for leaking important parts of the script and telling them that stuff to Andresandrades. And Universe Productions wasn't the only one that got kicked off of the Rise of Unicron server as well. Andresandrades got removed off the Discord server too. Andresandrades got pissed off for being removed from the role to where he's now going to use a Rise of Unicron story, stealing that from the original script and using it for his project. So, hate to say this, Andresandrades, that's fucked up for you to take revenge on the whole cast and crew of Rise of Unicron for kicking you off on Discord and using your revenge plot to go ahead and use their script story that they made and you didn't make for your own last night project. And as I was told, that he was trying to take the CGI guys for Rise of Unicron for his Unicronus War project as well. So, I will tell you this, Andresandrades, that is fucked up, and that is not right, in a way. Now that I know that this happened, I do not feel great having you playing any roles in my projects, period. I feel very bad for the whole cast and crew for Rise of Unicron, as their hard work was not only ruined because the writer couldn't keep his mouth shut, but the fact that you're now going to use that script that you were told by Universe Productions, and you're going to use that story and claim it as your own story, when really you didn't create the story. So, I hate to tell you this, Andresandrades, but I'm sorry. I'm going to have to let you go for the roles that I've chosen you, and I'm going to have to give those roles to someone else, because that's not okay. That's not okay in millions of ways. But as you're hearing, everyone, yes, the Unicronus War is basically based on the actual script from Rise of Unicron that was leaked. So, Transformers the Unicronus War's story was completely ripped out of Rise of Unicron. That script is, so far from what I was told, it's an old script now. So, within the meantime, I'm sure there's a new script being worked on Rise of Unicron. And so far from what I've seen from the updates of Rise of Unicron, everything is going A-okay. And everybody there knows what they're doing. Why? Why do I believe that? Actually, because we got a lot of Transformers fans out here busting their ass off, pleasing the fandom for Rise of Unicron, doing everything they can to pour their very love and support for this universe into Rise of Unicron. And they're doing everything they can to give us the final chapter of the Bayverse. But yeah, as you guys have already heard, the title of my video is correct. Andresandrades will no longer be playing those roles in Transformers Rise of Unicron. Not Rise of Unicron, sorry. Rise of a Prime, sorry. And Transformers Faces of Darkness. Because of using a script from Rise of Unicron for his own Last Night sequel. One idea for the Unicronus War sounds like that wasn't from Rise of Unicron was the whole Nemesis team. That sounded original. But the whole project in general just straight ripped out of Rise of Unicron. So I can't let him be playing or voicing any characters from my projects, since he wants to steal stories over being kicked off of a silly server. Thank you guys so much for watching. And Andresandrades, if you made it this far, I will tell you this. Don't get pissed off and don't blame the cast and crew of Rise of Unicron for me taking you out of my roles. And also don't get pissed off at me for me letting you go from the roles you were playing. Because I am doing what I feel is right. And also the thing is, you gotta come to the terms that the reason why they kicked you off of the Rise of Unicron server is because they're afraid that you were gonna spoil everything that you've heard, because you've heard too much of the whole story. And you heard enough of that, and they were afraid that you were gonna tell everyone about it. And want to know what that's gonna do? That's gonna end up canceling Rise of Unicron as a project in general, because nobody is gonna be able to know what happens in the project because you spoiled everything that happened. That's what you could do. And again, and I'm not trying to say you will do it, you could end up doing it. Just think of how Sony tried to hide all of the Spider-Verse stuff in No Way Home. And how CW and Warner Brothers tried to hide their live-action Powerpuff Girls script. The whole cast and crew of Rise of Unicron is doing the same exact thing. They're being sure everybody doesn't know what the whole story and what the twists are. That's why they removed you, because they knew you knew too much after the writer could not keep his mouth shut whatsoever. So don't get pissed off at them that I removed you off my projects. They're not to blame for it. I'm not to blame for it. You should definitely blame yourself for making the decision of stealing a story that doesn't belong to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, see you guys in my next video. The MacTac, out.